Hey everybody, welcome back to the Crafting Brothers. Thanks for joining me. 3D printed terrain. This I printed out a long time ago. It's called the Shrine of the Ancients, and it's actually a neat little piece. It just comes in like 5 different sections, and you can see here when it's all done, it's going to be a neat little piece. What I need to do is I need to clean it all up with the brims and cut off all the little bits and pieces that don't go together, and then I'll prime it and I'll paint it, and we'll see how it turns out. So let's do it. This time I decided to use this spot putty from Bondo that was recommended to me by one of the subscribers. And if you followed me at all in the past, you know how much I've screwed this part up. A lot. So for the most part I thought it worked really well. The only problem I had with this particular product was the drying time. It seemed to dry really quick. But then I sanded it down and I just base painted it black, and I think you'll see it turned out really good. Alright you guys, as you can see I have my entire piece primed and ready to go. Look how cool that looks. It's really cool so far. It's going to be great. And here's the top. And so I think what I want to do here is I want to try and... It would be very easy to just make this thing gray with a little light gray dry brush and call it a day, and it would still look pretty cool if the entire thing was stone. But I want to try and give it some dimension, so I'm thinking maybe the rocks on the outside, give them a little more brown tone. Maybe the stones here, give them a little more, I don't know, kind of shale type of feel, and then maybe something different on the actual surface of the actual shrine there. And the pillars, I can do probably stone pillars. I'm gonna have to think about that, but I want the top to be a different color. I want the top to really pop out, so either some sort of red, maybe reddish tone, or some sort of bluish tone. I know I did bluish tone on my wizard's tower, so maybe I'll make this one a little, maybe reddish tone would be kind of cool. And then maybe I'll put some plant life around as well, just to give it some dimension. But that's it. So let's get to painting. All right. Okay, here's where things got a little strange. I think this is an inherent issue with 3D printed terrain in general. For trickier parts like these pillars, I would normally build them separately, paint them ahead of time, and just glue them onto the piece. But when you print a large terrain piece like this all at once, you end up with a bunch of pointy things sticking straight up, leaving you nowhere to grab hold of. It makes it real difficult to get your paintbrush to all these tiny spots that need paint. I think 3D printing is still in its infancy stage, and a lot of new creators are taking note of these things and designing pieces accordingly. Some of the newer terrain pieces that I purchased do not have this issue. And then of course, trying to hold this piece in strange positions caused my carpal tunnel to kick in, and I had to take breaks periodically. It was very annoying. So not only was it hard to paint and get into these hard to reach areas, but I was finding it harder and harder to film this segment correctly because every time I moved the camera, somehow I was in the way. Once I got past these tricky pillars, everything seemed to be smooth rolling from that point on. So there you have it, the Shrine of the Ancients in all of its glory. I think it came out great. I'm really excited to use this in my game, and I think it'll fit in right with all my other pieces. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time with another cool video.